Salute to the people, man. So, somebody asked me a question. Not a lot of people ask me this question because I feel a lot of people assume they know the answer to the question. And they asked me, how I got the name R.E.D Poet. Like, how did I, come up with that as my, my poetry name, right? So, oh my God, that's another one. It's getting real, y'all. Oh nah, that was just, I don't know what that is. I think it's the sun. Anyway, right? So they asked that question. Hey, a lot of people assume that I call myself R.E.D Poet because I wear a lot of red. I do poetry, so I'm a R.E.D Poet. Or, you know what I mean? My family. But anybody that know that, you know what I mean? Nobody knew me as R.E.D Poet prior to my last federal bid. So how did that come about? R.E.D Poet, acronym R.E.D. It has to do with all of that. You know what I mean? But how the name came about, I didn't come up with the name myself. You know what I'm getting at? And I gotta attribute my first performance in front of people and my my how I became, I gotta attribute that to the brothers in the federal prison that I was going to the Nation of Islam services on Friday. No, it wasn't Friday. It wasn't during it was, I think, Talim service, not Juma. You know what I mean? I think it was Talim service or yeah, it wasn't Juma service. But we was going to the chapel in the federal prison, whatever. And the imam at the time, Fisher brother, I forgot the brother's name, man. Cause they ended up moving him after he started the movement, man. He got everybody together and they got him up out that jail, like on some real positive come together shit, and they ain't like that, so they moved him. But prior to them moving him, what he did was he got all the denominations that pay honor and respect to Marcus Garvey, right? The Wahabi Moors, the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Science Temple, Rastafarians, um, and all the other, organizations, belief systems that attribute, show respect to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So he got everybody together to come together. So we all going to each other's services to support each other because the warden was like, if you don't have a certain amount of members going to your service, they wasn't really giving us what we needed. So, he got everybody together and we was all together just building. So he said, well, once a week, we're gonna let everybody come and we want to hear what y'all gotta say. We're gonna let y'all come up and speak. You know what I mean? So that week, it was kind of packed. Everybody went over there and you had Christians go up there and speak about their perception of things, and then you had other people, different belief system go up there and break their belief system down so everybody can understand, different things. So then, what I mean, they and I at that time I was doing a lot of law. I was in the law library a lot, fighting my case and help other people fight their case too. I wasn't a jailhouse lawyer, but I was around them and I was studying. You know what I mean? So I was really opinionated on a lot of things I was learning. So, they asked me, bro, you want to say something? You feel me? Because whenever I went to, I'm not Muslim. Feel me? But whenever I went to the, to the Muslim joint, I was always like one or two homies. You know what I mean? And they used to viewers come up in there, just kick it, listen and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And so, the brother told me that. So I went up there. So when I went up there, I had a poem written, and one of the poems, I think the first one I did was Men of Honor. Men of Honor. You know what I mean? And I went up there and I did Men of Honor. I did that poem. You know what I mean? And at the end, a couple of homies, they were like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, the R.E.D Poet was born. That's what they started saying, the R.E.D Poet, man, the homie Bank, cause they know me as Banks or Merc. You feel me? So it was like, they gave me, the R.E.D Poet, man. I mean, so they threw another event. That same brother linked up with some other brothers, official brothers that was in the federal joint for Black History Month. That's when they threw another event where they wanted, we take the gym and we do, do what we do. So I did the event. I did another poem. That's when I did the poem, How I Became a King. You feel me? And from there, we had the GDs in there, the Bloods in there, the Crips in there, from Cali, from Detroit, from anywhere, from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We had Vice Lords in there, we had the Stones in there. Yo, when I say this joint, y'all, when y'all be looking for black unity, yo, it be happening, but y'all can't know about it because the kind of black unity that we partake in, they hate on it. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to shut us down every time, so y'all don't ever see the unity because it's illegal. Yo, I talking about all of us was in there, bro. And everybody had their person go either rap, do a song, or do something, whatever. Some did some poetry too, whatever. Went up there and I did the How I Became a King joint. You know what I mean? At the end of that poem, I say peace almighty. You know what I'm saying? And pertaining to the appreciation of all the OGs that imprinted the knowledge in us. You know what I'm saying? So I like peace almighty. You know, Chicago brothers in there and the brothers from Memphis and woo, they responded to that joint. But the other brothers, which some people would think would have a different response, they was like, yo, that was hard, bro. You feel me? And it was mad love. And that was the first time I got like a good response from a lot of G's about my performance in poetry. So from then, I became the R.E.D Poet. Everybody knew me as the R.E.D Poet because I'm always around the home and stuff. So they're like, well, that's the R.E.D Poet, the R.E.D Poet. But me, I didn't just want to, solidified. I like meaning. I'm from the East Coast. We put meaning into everything. Y'all see what we did with the whole blood situation by the time he hit New York, he put a whole bunch of knowledge behind it. Y'all see what happened with back in the 60s where we had Malcolm X on the East Coast. A lot of knowledge behind everything. You know what I'm saying? So I come from that perception. So I took the red, you know what I'm saying, and everything that defines me, you know, me keeping it real. That's something that you know, I mean, the energy. You know, I mean, when I started learning about energy and then being energetic and what you give to the universe, you get back. So, you know what I mean, real, and that's energetic. You know what I'm saying? That's the electricity that's flowing. You know what I mean? Divine is like, you know what I mean? When I'm in my mind, I'm dealing with divine thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm better than nobody or that I'm in tune with hearing some stuff like that, but I mean, divine is my ancestors, my bloodline, everything divine. Because everybody from my past that passed away, or not from my past, but everybody that's connected to me or that's in my family that passed away, right now as we speak, they are in the stars. They're with the stars. They're with the Creator. So I know for a fact, speaking to them, I can get the message up there faster because I know for a fact who they are, what type of person they was, and how they were, you know what I mean, to me. So that's the divine part of me. The divine part of me is my connection to my ancestors and my ancestors' connection to the Creator because they're back with the Creator. Me, I'm still here handling my mission, my business, and my purpose and what I'm here to do. So real, energetic, and divine. Feel me? So that's I ain't mean to go that long. Shit, 8 minutes. God dang. That's how the name R.E.D Poet came to be the title of your home. That's him, R.E.D Poet. My first performance was in prison. Yeah, prison. And I contributed to the NOI, putting them services together and creating something that created something else. So forever I will always be in salute with that organization, with that lifestyle, regardless of certain things that I may disagree with based off of my lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because just because I don't agree with something don't mean I'm in a position to not respect it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's where it started. That's where it started. You know what I mean? That's where it started. Now, if you was ever asked me where did my motivation come from, doing like to want to perform or to want to go out there and perform, check this out. That came from a Latin King brother when I was in the state prison. I used to just write poetry. I wouldn't really tell people about it. I used to just write. I mean, I got books, just writing. I had a whole compilation of different volumes called Thoughts of Murk, and I was just writing. I never put none of them out. And I'm just writing. So one day, I guess he's, in jail. We was in the lockdown block. We was in Corrigan, in the gang block. So they put me in a cell with him, whatever. He was an OG. So we just, we just kicking it, whatever. And we get certain books, and we lock down on 23-1. So, we read books. Me, I write. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we ran through the books, whatever. So he was like, "Yo, let me read one of your joints." Because I had a couple of them, you know what I mean? Let me check it out. He checked it out, whatever. He reading it. He ain't say nothing about it. So, it's poetry. So I'm not giving my poetry to people, man. I ain't expecting no, you know what I mean? But the next day, he said, "Bro," And I swear, man, hey yo, salute to the bro Vic, man. Salute to the bro Vic, man. I mean, and Ping Ping, man. Salute to both of y'all, man. When I was behind the wall, y'all kept it funky, man. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all kept it funky. That's what I will say. You know what I mean? But the bro King Vic, like, you know what I'm saying? He the next day, he like, yo, I had a dream about you, bro. About you five. I mean, that's how we communicate. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, man. I'm already said, yo, I seen it, bro. You gonna be performing in front of a lot of people. He said, I had a dream of you in front of a lot of people saying your poetry. I said, bro, I ain't doing all of that. That's poetry. Like, are you tripping, man? You feel me? Because, you know, I was still young at the time, and I just wanted to have the best hood rep. You feel me? And poetry is not a hood rep. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, bro, you tripping, man. It sounded nice because his dream was, like, detailed the way he was breaking it down. I'm sitting there like, man, that'd be smooth. Yo, on Everything I Love. Like a week later, they raided my cell, took all of them. Called it gang shit because they didn't understand it. And kept all my shit. They got like 9 books. I ain't never seen them ever again. And then, probably like 3 weeks after that, shit got rocky. And I ended up getting sent to another spot, another max, and turning a 9-month bid into 3.5 years. You know what I mean? But throughout that whole experience, more poetry was being created. You know what I mean? And that's where my motivation came from to even start performing, because once he said that, and the opportunity came for me to perform, now that I'm in the federal prison and, you know what I mean, I'm around a different group of brothers, I don't know, that dream wasn't my dream, but it became my dream. Another man's dream about something I was doing became something that, you know what I'm saying, when the time came, it felt like, I'm gonna do this, bro. And I did it. Then I did it again. Then I came home from jail. When I came home from jail, that's how I told everybody I was. Like, yo, that's the homie, bro. It's the R.E.D Poet. You know what I mean? Made, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the R.E.D Poet. And like, bro, you on your... Then I go back to the town, the homies like, yo, you on your poetry shit, you know, you your poetry shit trying to be deep and shit, because it's new to them. Just like it's new to me to perform it, you know what I'm saying? And it was exciting for me, you know what I mean? Because some people was like, what the fuck? Even though what the fuck was exciting to me, because I'm like, yeah, it was unexpected. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. That's what I do for my hobby. It's not for to make money or nothing like that shit. I can make some money off it, that's beautiful, but I just love doing it. You know what I mean? I'm a poet, for real. I am a poet. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to define it, that's what's going to be in your head. So my head's how I define it. I'm a poet. And I'm going to tell you something else. I'm one of the most official poets you ever going to meet. Now, I'm going to tighten up my performances, but I'm one of the best poets you ever going to meet. Now, I'm going to speak about my last performance before I end this. My last performance was in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going back to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going back to that spot. I liked it, that spot, the energy in that spot. But mentally, I was everything. I'm up right now with my kids. That what was on my mind, man. You know what I mean? You know, baby mother was going through a lot, and the opportunity came. I just moved to Atlanta, and they was like, yo, man, how you in Atlanta? You ain't doing no poetry. They got a lot of spots like that. I said, nah, man, they got a whole bunch of clubs and strip clubs, man. This party city, man. Everybody trying to listen to no poetry, man. It's turn. Come to find out, they got it's such a big community out there for that, and so much official people, like celebrity type people, like people related to celebrities, they into that, bro. And I didn't know it was like, you know, the into when you watch on TV, like, but when you go to these certain places and different places than where you from or where you be at, it's like, yo, these people love it, and they up there spitting, and I'm like, I'm the poet, and they up there, I'm like, oh, ooh, that was kind of deep, you feel me? So I gotta do that again, man, because I didn't do a good job. You know what I mean? I didn't do the job that I was supposed to do. I ain't do no R.E.D Poet shit, you know what I mean? I just did some poetry, you know what I mean? But I'm going back to tear it up. And I appreciate y'all love, man, because y'all was behind me 100% when I was performing that joint. Y'all like, yo, spit it. And that energy right there, coming back. I'm going to rock with y'all. However it got to go. So I love it, man. You feel me? But yo, that's how, I ain't mean to go that long. It turned into a 15-minute video, but more or less, it is what it is, going to be what it's going to be, and I'm going to stay a G. You feel me? So it don't matter. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I got the name R.E.D Poet. That's what R.E.D Poet stands for, real, energetic, and divine poetry. And my motivation to perform in poetry my first performance, and how I got my name. So y'all know so much about the R.E.D Poet. You feel me? So that's the answer. No, the reason why I keep doing this video, I'm still talking though, is because I'm still being bothered by this one right here. That it's just right there. It's just right there. You know, you shade to keep it. Let me get that. But that last one got missing. That one right there, and I ain't even that old. What's going on?